You are listening to the Hiking Radio Network, where we talk the walk with shows by hikers, about hikers, for everybody.
This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we hang out and talk about everything from hammocks and hammock camping to the group hangs from around the country. Hey everyone, welcome to the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we unwind, relax, and delve into all things hammock related. Join us as we swing into the world of hammocks, exploring tips and tricks for setting up that perfect hang, sharing stories of outdoor adventures, and discovering the latest trends in hammock camping and relaxation. Whether you're a seasoned hammocker or new to the art of hanging, this podcast is your cozy corner to kick back, escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and soak in the soothing atmosphere of the hammock culture. Prepare to be inspired, educated, and entertained as we embrace the hammock lifestyle together. So grab your favorite hammock, find that perfect spot to hang, and let's embark on a hammock-filled journey that will leave you feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the world. This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where every episode is a breath of fresh air. Let's get started.
Howdy, hangers. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hammock Hangers Podcast. And by golly, it is good to be back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, after a longer than anticipated hiatus. We have returned. The Hammock Hangers Podcast is back in action. And with me today, I also have my partner in crime, the man, the myth, the slightly exaggerated, slightly hairy, maybe at least on his face, the legend, Skunkape. Welcome aboard, Paul.
What is up, AJ?
He lives.
I do.
Well, we both live. Like
the king of hide and seek. I know, right? Oh man, it has been something. It's been a while since you and I have even talked.
It has been a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen. So we've had a lot of irons thrown in our personal fires. With me changing schools and, Paul and, his venturing out, freeze drying himself in his freeze dryers, trying to sell parts of his body on only. Okay, maybe not that, but and also Streamyard has not exactly been gracious with letting us. Let's just say one of us got locked out of Streamyard for like 2 months and would not let us back in.
That was a task and a half. I knew the email. I knew my login.
I wasn't going to tell everybody it was you, Paul.
No. I don't care. So I know the login. I know my password, all that stuff. I put in my email. I put in my password. And what do they want to do? They want to send me a code via email. So I would check the email. Now, this code only lasts for like 15 minutes. Well, about 2 hours later, I would finally get the code. So, of course, the code is expired. I can't get in, yada, yada, yada. So I started thinking, well, maybe I was using the wrong email. I tried putting in, tried different emails and everything. Well, it automatically signs you up when you do that. So I had to get my email changed to a different email that I have more access and I guess easier access to, something that's a little more reliable. And whenever I went to change it, well, they told me that account was already active. So I had to go in, cancel that. And then that took another, 2 or 3 weeks, AJ, something like that.
It was a long time.
It's like, oh my God, I just want to get back on your platform. We're paying for it. Let me use it. But so anyhow, we're back.
Well, I appreciate everybody that has, reached out to me and, that have seen me at a few different events that I've been to recently. Like, hey, are y'all still doing the podcast? Any of those episodes coming on out? So yes. And for the record, we do have some more episodes already in the queue. So hopefully just stay tuned and you'll be greeted with some very interesting interviews coming up. And also some really big news that we've got coming out on this episode, as well as some future episodes as well. So make sure that you're stay tuned to the Hammock Hangers Podcast for all of your hammock world, hammock community news, and also me and Paul just rambling and talking about things.
And trying to catch back up.
Yeah, there's that. So we are back. Neither one of us have been dead, although I debated on that one, Paul, for a little bit.
Yeah, I felt like it.
I have been at a few different events, and I've had the chance to talk to some viewers, and I appreciate you guys coming in and chiming in and say, hey, I really enjoyed your podcast. And I guess if you don't, you really just don't talk to me. So I appreciate everyone that has made contact with me at those events. We'll probably be doing an event episode here in the next coming things, along with Fancy Nancy, who has been on a slew of hammock tours, hammock hanging events. And so we'll catch up with him. We were actually at Machilligan together, which was a really great hang. I just came back from Georgia Bushcraft Fall Gathering, and the weekend before I was at Rewild's Wild Camp, and that was also a really great event. So lots of good things to talk about. But today, this episode, we have one event to talk to, the one that truly matters. We are going to be talking about HangCon 2026. So HangCon 2026 is like 65 days away. It'll even be less when this episode comes out, but it is less than like 2 months away.
Looking at the clock right now, the countdown clock, it is 64 days, 9 hours, 57 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Ooh, we are in the cups of HangCon season, everybody. And I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that has gone ahead and purchased their event tickets. We really appreciate you and that support. And an extra shout out to those people that have already pre-purchased and taken advantage of those super early bird raffle tickets. We still have an early bird sale going on, which will run all the way into December 31st at midnight, the end of 2027. Get
2027
or 2026.
We're in 2025.
We've been so gone for so long. I don't even know what year it is anymore. We're
numbers
to the end of 2025.
Numbers are hard for you, aren't they?
You can still get early bird raffle tickets for 6 tickets for $20. You can get 40 for $100, or you could buy individual raffle tickets at $5 a piece. So go ahead, and if you've already pre-purchased your tickets, go ahead and hop on and get some of those raffle tickets. I hear some of the best strategy, Paul, is to stagger out your purchases of the raffle tickets so you get a nice little spread in numbers, and that's it. That seems to be kind of a winning formula for a lot of people.
I see several people doing that so far. Every time, whenever I see the get the emails for an order place and all that, and I see some of the same names popping up about every week, every 2 weeks, something like that, and getting tickets sporadically.
And you also know that you get some raffle tickets with your event purchase, which kind of gets everybody into the raffle. But man, we've got a lot of really great prizes, as usual, that we are raffling off at HangCon 2026. Yeah.
We got some, a lot of the old vendors coming back, of course, and getting some new vendors as well. So
yeah, we have some new vendors that are coming that have not been before that you will definitely know. And we haven't heard like 100% confirmation on some of them, but I got a good feeling on some of them that I met this past weekend at Georgia Bushcraft. So if you are not already subscribed to our Facebook page or our Instagram, make sure you hop over there and get subscribed, like our page. That always helps out the algorithm for us as well. But you'll get some first to know information on some of the vendors that are not only donating supporters, but will actually be at the events. The people that are putting needle to thread, that are making your gear that you use out in the piney woods every single day. You get to meet with them, rub shoulders with them, share a cup of coffee with them, share a spot at the campfire with them. That's always a really cool experience for everybody to actually meet the people whose hands make the gear that we love so much.
Right. Absolutely.
Not only that, we have some other familiar faces that are not vendors, but they're kind of super cool people. So our good friend and good woo buddy Shug will be back with us again in 2026, as well as the one, the only bushcraft legend, Dave Canterbury, as well. He will be joining us again. And we have some other like really cool, maybe YouTube personalities that might be joining us as well, and that I'll be making some posts on. And of course, your favorite Hammock podcast host will also be, well, it's our event, so I obviously will be there, but yeah.
Maybe.
No.
I'm thinking about
it. That kind of information out. No, that is not. We will both be there in full capacity.
I just love seeing the blood drain from your face.
I
have quite funny.
I have a lot of fun at some of the events that I go to, and I will randomly hear people talking about HangCon, and I'll just go and be like, "Hey, what is this HangCon thing you're talking about?" And they tell me these things. Now, luckily, I haven't come across anybody like, "Yeah, that's just that stupid event that I went to last year that I'll never go to again." It's always good feedback. And then I tell them who I am. They're like, "Oh, okay."
So they don't know you anyhow.
They don't
without you telling them who they are.
Yeah.
So you haven't made that status yet, then, huh?
Except when I have, it becomes slightly creepier.
Yeah, I know, it is kind of weird.
Hey, can I have your autographs? Like, sure, I guess. Can I have your picture? 100%. It was only really weird when they wanted a picture of my wife as well, and then it got a little weird. So,
yeah,
it's fine. Well, maybe. Okay, maybe it's fine for me at least.
It's kind of weird. Did they want you in the picture as well, or just her?
No, they did want me in the picture as well.
Okay.
That
Photoshop can crop you out. That's okay.
Yeah. So we'll also have our good friends come over from the Danish Outdoor Festival as well. It's always great to see our family across the pond come on over as well. And yes, I'm looking forward to seeing some old faces, because HangCon really is this big family reunion that I get to see every year, and also meet new people as well. This past weekend, I saw a lot of familiar faces that I've seen at HangCon, at Georgia Bushcraft. I saw a lot of familiar faces at Wild Camp, and I also got to meet new people that I have also kind of suckered into coming to HangCon. One of the cool experiences that I had at Georgia Bushcraft, we met a young lady that came into Jason's from Walhalla Hammocks and Outdoors. We were there kind of helping kind of support him in the event. She bought a couple of pieces of gear, and I got to talking with her a little bit. And she had came to Georgia Bushcraft, and her plan was to come with some friends. Her friends ditched her. Her friends bailed out on her, but she was crazy cool. She was kind of new to kind of the camping experience, maybe. She was also looking at potentially at a through hike, or at least a section hike of the Florida Trail, and she was possibly interested in doing it in a hammock. And we got to talking, and we became best friends. We really did. So Brandy, if you're listening to the podcast, which I hope you are, because I did tell you about our podcast, I am giving you a shout out. And I look forward to seeing you at HangCon. So it was great. We had midnight bacon there, and we did have some midnight bacon. And guess what, Paul? I polled people that were at our little gathering that included our traditional people. It also included new vendors. It also included new people.
So let's see.
And, hold on.
You polled Jason and you polled Fancy Nancy.
No. Fancy Nancy was not with us.
Okay, however, so you polled Jason and you came to a consensus that Scrapple is.
No. I didn't poll Jason. I'm polling the other people that had the wonderful opportunity to try the delicious delicacy, the culinary delight that is Scrapple. And every single one of them said that they enjoyed the experience.
Mm-hmm.
and they went not just once, but most
enjoyed
of them
the experience.
Enjoyed
the experience of you walking away with a plate full of that crap in your hand.
No, it was all gone. It was all. Now I did put a hurting on it, but it was all gone.
Video? Is there video of this? Is there video of this poll?
There's not a video.
There's no video. So you know what that means.
You're just gonna have to trust me.
No, I'm not gonna trust you.
You're just gonna have to trust me.
I'm not gonna trust you.
So the Scrapple Appreciation Society has grown. You are losing, dear sir. You are losing.
Says somebody that don't have it on video.
You're just a hater. You just can't let me do it. But yeah, I was I've had the opportunity to try a bunch of new gear that I will be talking about in another episode. I have had the opportunity to try out the Dutchware Hellbender. I have had the opportunity to try out the new Gen 3 Warbonnet XLC. I have had the opportunity to try out and use the Alpha Direct lined Bandit from UGQ. A lot of really great gear that I've had the opportunity to try out that I have some thoughts on. I really do have some thoughts on. But HangCon. So what do we want to talk about HangCon? We always get a lot of questions. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go through our frequently asked questions that we have on our website.
I've got it pulled up.
And so we're going to kind of maybe answer some of those questions that we get a lot of and kind of go from there. So
yes, which in case anybody is not sure, on the website at the very top, far right-hand side, it says information. If you hover over information, you'll see the FAQs. That's where you can find all these frequently asked questions.
And if you're on an iPad or a digital device like me, it's under the More section. If you go through at the top, you see home, upcoming events, event tickets, raffle tickets, make a donation, and there's more. If you click on the More, that's where you're going to find it.
That's because you run out of space. It's not as wide.
Yeah, I know. I did lose weight. Oh, you're talking about the website. Oh,
yeah, website.
You know. All right, so I guess the main important information that I ask it most of the time, what is HangCon? Well, I would assume a lot of you that are listening to the Hammock podcast would kind of know that HangCon is the largest,
and the best
Hammock Hang in the world. And we can say that because we also run a hang in another country. So we can say that the one here in Florida is the largest in the world. And when we say hammock hang, like, what does that mean? Do you have to have a hammock? No, you don't. This is a community that we want everyone to have access to. We want it, everyone who is able to afford the $10,000 worth of gear that you might bring to HangCon, but we also want to have the doors open for somebody that is looking at bare budget outfitters and bare budget equipment because you want to get into this thing, but maybe your wallet isn't exactly feeling like dropping $1,000 on a setup. So we want to have that opportunity to enter this community from every walk of life. So, Paul, when is HangCon?
Sometime in January.
Sometime
in January. Yeah. So it's always the weekend.
You're a lot of help here, Paul.
Always the weekend of MLK weekend. So it's always from that Thursday before to the Monday of MLK Day. Which this year, 2026, it is the 15th to the 19th.
15th through the 19th, everybody. And it is going to be at Florida Sands Music Ranch right there in Brooksville, Florida. It is not too far off 75, right here in good old Sunshine State, Florida.
Hey, we do have our 2 cold days already.
We
yesterday
do.
and
Like
yesterday and today.
I have been in my Lightheart gear hoodie all day. I even wore my Walhalla beanie when we were out earlier. It's not quite to a Scully level of cold yet for an extended period of time, but it got pretty darn close. I actually camped outside in my backyard last night because, yeah, the last two hangs that I've gone to, was kind of hoping and praying and wishing for cold temperatures.
But it wasn't.
Alas, I have been denied 3 times.
So you slept outside last night?
I did sleep outside last
Did
night.
you? I thought about it, to be honest with
Straight
you.
up. Yep, straight up. I slept outside.
I thought about it.
So another question that we get is, and we get this a lot because it slightly has changed over the last couple of years. How much does it cost to attend the event? HangCon is an event that we have always tried to keep the cost as minimal as possible, and with the expectation that we want to make this event sustainable for all involved, including Paul and I. And as this festival has grown, as the more that we are trying to bring in, the cost on our end has also gone up. And if you haven't gone to the grocery store here recently, you should probably know everything is still getting
ridiculous,
crazy expensive. So,
yes.
But again, we try to make this experience as beneficial and cost effective to everybody. So now with your attendance, you get not just your 5 raffle tickets, you get camping and 2 meals a day for the entire event. So just going off of just that alone, I still say this is an amazing deal that we are providing for people. So if you would like to come to our event and come in on Thursday, so the very first day of HangCon, that is our VIP day. The benefit of coming in on Thursday is you get prime location hang picks.
Yeah.
So if you want to camp in the epicenter that is HangCon, the center of camp where all the action is going to be happening, where all the talks, where all the vendors are going to be, if you want easy access to restroom facilities, the center of the campground is where you want to be. And if you're looking to hang directly from trees, I would strongly encourage you to get that VIP ticket because, man, those trees are going to go quick on the center section of camp. Now, there is a primitive section that is kind of on the outskirts of camp, which is a very large opportunity for people to find plenty of places to hang. It's just a little bit further from the main event. There are advantages, however, to the primitive area. It's very quiet. It's also very dark.
Less light, yes.
And to be completely honest, that's where Paul and I would actually choose to camp if we didn't have to camp like right in the middle of camp. Like when we go there on our regular basis, we usually like to camp in the primitive area. So the primitive area, I'm not throwing shade at the primitive area. The primitive area is really nice. It's just a little bit more of a walk from the main event. So if you want to come in for the Thursday VIP, that is going to be $75 for each person, and it is going to be $35 for anybody you're coming that is under 18 years of age. Right. And that is good. That'll be your meals and that'll be your camping from Thursday all the way to checkout on Monday when we kick everybody out.
Including ourselves.
Now, if you're not so concerned about being in the epicenter of camp and you would like to kind of roll in, or maybe you're not able to come in on Thursday, we do offer a general admission ticket, and that allows access starting on Friday at 9 a.m. So if you would like that ticket is only $35 each
for adults,
for every person that's coming in over 18, and $15 each for those that are under 18. And again, that covers your camping and that covers your meals all the way from Thursday all the way until from Friday all the way to Monday.
Right.
So all ticket purchases are non-refundable, and they do cover food and camping, as well as all of the other event expenses that you may incur. Like, for example, all the classes are included. All the talks are included. the raffle is included because you get the free raffle tickets as well. So
now we will also, starting the day of the event, we will have day passes as well for anybody that just wants to come in for the day, and they will be $20 per person, regardless of minor or adult or whatever.
And that does not include camping. Is that correct, Paul?
It does not include camping, does not include raffle tickets, does not include anything other than being able to come to the event for that day, look around, talk to the vendors, so forth.
All right. So hopefully that clears up any questions that you have about how much it costs to come to HangCon. Now, we also get asked every single year, hey, I'm not really maybe into hammock camping. I'm more of an RV camper. Can I bring my RV? Or maybe I want an RV site that I can, I'm having a lot of people come with like stands. We just all want to make sure that we can guarantee there. Or if you absolutely 100% must have your vehicle at your site, we do offer some RV sites. So we have a limited number of RV sites. I want to say 15 total, but we have had some of those already bought up.
Yes, 15 total, 8 have already been purchased.
All right, so half of them have already been purchased, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to get in on those RV sites, I would get those. Now, those RV sites are going to be $150, and that includes the entire weekend. However, that does not include your event ticket. The RV site is just for the site. Now, the RV site will include water and electricity. So you have those accommodations right there. But you will need to purchase the general admission ticket separately from the RV site.
Or the VIP ticket.
Whichever. Or the VIP ticket.
Right. Yeah. So with that being said, let me clear this up because I have had this question asked a couple of times. The RV site, if you purchase VIP tickets, your RV site is good from Thursday to Monday. If you purchased the general admission tickets, your RV site would be good from Friday until Monday. No, you cannot purchase an RV site and general admission tickets and bring your RV in on Thursday and expect to stay there. That would be the equivalent of
double dipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So whichever tickets, event tickets you purchase, those are the days that your RV pass will be good for.
All right. So do I have to have my ticket in order to get into the event? The answer to that question is yes. We changed our registration and event ticket kind of procedure last year, and it worked swimmingly. So tickets are required for entry into HangCon. We have the ability to scan a QR code that comes with your purchase ticket, and every guest has a unique QR code that is provided when you order your tickets. So please make sure that you download and put them on your phone, or you actually print out the email with your unique QR code for all tickets that are involved in your order, and have a way for us to scan each individual ticket when you come. Make sure that our check-in procedures can be short, sweet, and to the point, and so you can spend more time at HangCon versus staying in line at registration.
Yeah, so each person has to have their own ticket, and each person has to present said ticket, like AJ said, either printed out or via your phone. That way the QR code can be scanned. Once the QR code is scanned, it checks you in, and that QR code is no longer valid at that point. So, in other words, if you make sure you hold on to your ticket, don't lose your ticket. And yeah, just make things easy.
So, and we will also, if you do not pre-register for tickets, you will be able to buy VIP and general admission tickets at the gate as well. Yeah, it may not be the same price. So go ahead and update. Make sure you pre-purchase those tickets. It makes our life so much easier. It makes your life a lot easier, and we can kind of go through and push through those registrations and get people in and enjoying the event and not sitting in line at in registration.
And the reason, let's just go ahead and because I know people wonder about this as well. The reason we like people pre-registering and getting their tickets before getting there instead of, once they get there and everything else is this is how we gauge how much food we need to buy to make sure that everybody is fed, since food is provided for the whole time of the event. If we have people just showing up and then, buying their tickets at that point, which is fine if that's what you have to do, it's just harder for us to gauge food. So,
all right, Paul, this is a question that we probably have gotten asked more than any other question combined in the entire time that we have been at. Oh, no, I take that back. It is the second most asked question that we have gotten easily.
I'm sure I will get it a couple of times this year, and I'm sure I will have people argue with me again and say that they were able to in the past and everything else. No, you were not.
Okay, so the question is, can I come early before the event's opening dates? Y'all, we love you all. We do. We want HangCon to be as best as we possibly can. We want to be able to provide that wonderful opportunity that everyone truly loves coming to HangCon. In order for us to do that, we need things in place. So we are going to politely say, what are we going to say, Paul?
No.
You may not come. You may not come to the event before Thursdays if you bought VIP. You may not come before Friday if you bought general admission. This is something that the camp knows as well. If you are in the campground before the event, you will be asked to leave once we have the park rented out and it's in our possession. We rent out the entire park, where we control, who comes in, because we want to make sure that we can get all of our events set up A, B, and C. So after that, once 11 o'clock starts on Thursday, hey, those VIPs come rolling in, guys. Let's have a blast. Once 9 a.m. rolls around on Friday, general admission, come on in and we'll have a blast. Before then, guys, just wait your turn. I guess it's the best way to say. I know everybody's excited, and we are too. But in order for us to be the best event that we can, we're just gonna have to politely say no. So, yeah, please come in when your ticket allows you to come in.
As politely.
Don't try to skirt the system, because some people do, and we're not friends. So
no.
So yeah. Don't make us have to be the bad guy, because we really don't like being the bad guy.
Wait, what do you mean us? Don't make AJ make me be the bad guy.
Well, I don't know. I had to be a bad guy a couple times last
year. Yeah. It's all good.
All right. So
I don't care. People get mad at me.
Question that we have already answered a little bit. Are campers, RV, buses, vans, camper vans, camper attachments, are they allowed? Yes, they are. So campers, RVs, buses, vans are allowed. However, they will be in a designated area, and there will be that $150 RV fee arrive. This is a strict prearranged basis. So if you have a question, if you have a vehicle-based shelter, not just RV, not just pop-ups, if you have a vehicle-based shelter, you must have an RV slot. Now, this might be different than what we've done in the past, but for the sake of just the sustainability of the event, we are making this call. If your shelter requires your vehicle to be on premises, you must have an RV site. So if you say, hey, I'll bring a trailer, like I do every year, that I hang off of, and I want to keep our hut. If you want if you want, if I was coming to HangCon just as a participant and I brought the hut to set up on, could I bring the hut? 100%. If I wanted to drop off the hut and take my happy vehicle over to the parking lot, that's perfectly fine. However, if your shelter system relies on your vehicle to be at that premises, you must have an RV site. The only exception that we have is for our motorcycle campers. If you bring a motorcycle and only your motorcycle, if we allow those to be at your site because, well, they're motorcycles, and that's what we've decided. So
Right.
just to answer that question, if your vehicle requires, if your shelter requires your vehicle to be on premises at your site, you must have an RV site. So hopefully that answers up any questions that people have had. I'm sure I'll answer that question 8 or 9 more times.
I'm sure.
But
And also with that RV site, I don't think we mentioned it earlier, AJ. Like it says right here on the FAQ at the very bottom, that are campers, RV buses, and vans allowed. There is no guarantees that your RV spot will have trees to hang. Okay. So if you have, if you're bringing an RV, we look at that as that's going to be your shelter. So if you do plan on hanging from your hammock at that spot, make sure you bring a stand just in case, because it may or may not have trees. We will have each person that reserves an RV spot will be designated. You'll come in, you'll have a number, the spot will be numbered. That's the RV site you'll have. There will only be 2 vehicles allowed at your RV spot as well. Two vehicles max. That's it. So that just means that you can't have like 10 friends and expect to have 10 vehicles parked at the RV spot. No, 2 vehicles at the RV spot max. The rest will be out in the parking lot.
Now, follow to that is hands down the most common question that we get asked, and the one that makes us if you are listening to this episode right now, you probably can feel both Paul's and I's eye roll every time.
And this is the one that I argue with people most about as well. When people say, "Well, in the past, I've been allowed to." No, you haven't.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to the question. I'm sure people will know.
Yes.
Can I park my vehicle at my campsite? The answer is unequivocally no. You may not. And we do this for lots of different reasons, guys. All vehicles must be parked in the designated parking area after you drop off your gear at the site. And this must be done very quickly. Now, the reason behind this is, for one, and the minor aspect of it, aesthetics. When we are doing a camping event, and we are doing an event where we want to see a plethora of hammocks just hanging between trees. We want to see a modern day fern gully, everybody. We don't want to see your 1984 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme parked up and distorting my view of the greatness of HangCon. We also do it in the sense of safety as well. The camp, there's a lot of people going on with the increase of cars going through camp. It just ups the liability that we have that someone could get hurt. So we want as very limited vehicles inside camp as possible, so that we're not blocking places for people to hang, not just trees, but places for people to plop stands down as well.
Right.
There will be no vehicles allowed back in the primitive area, with the exception of motorcycles. So you will not even be able to drive back into the primitive area to drop off your gear. There's a couple different entrances into there. You can park on the side of the road very temporarily, enough to unload your things and then drive out to the parking lot. Any vehicle that must be used as a shelter or part of it will fall in the same category as a camper, RV, bus, or van, and you will need to get an RV site, which is $150 for the entire weekend.
Right.
Now, there are 2 exceptions to this rule that we've kind of gone over. Motorcycles can be parked next to your camp area, but they must be kept tight to your hammock and not take up any extra space that people may hang, put a stand, whatsoever. Second, if an RV pass has been purchased, you may have an additional vehicle there at your site. So like Paul said, you may have a max of 2 vehicles at an RV site. So hopefully that clears up the thing. I understand that people, may need electricity or something to plug in, like a CPAP or something like that. That is something that you need to accommodate for yourself before coming to the event. A lot of the campsites within the main area of the campground, they do have electricity that we are allowed to use. So if you're needing to run a CPAP or something like that, that'd be the case. But we are not doing any exceptions.
That is all we're allowed to use that power for, is like CPAPs and stuff like that. So don't plan on bringing your TV and your refrigerator and microwave and everything else and plug into it and expect that to fly, because that will not fly.
But yeah,
CPAPs and charging your phone. That's it.
So as far as parking in the parking lot, and the plan for right now is I have heard that the pond that was present there last year from good old Hurricane Helene is no longer there. However, our goal is to still use the large pasture that was in the front of the camp like we did last year. I thought that worked out really, really well.
That worked out better. I don't want to trust the old pond.
Lord forbid if it rains, people get stuck.
Yeah. No, the front lot worked the best.
So yeah,
I think that worked the best. And like AJ said a minute ago, when you bring your stuff in, you find your site, you pull up, you unload your vehicle, set your stuff there to mark your spot, then you go and you park the car. You don't come, unload, lollygag, set up the whole, kitchen and living room and bedroom and everything else, and then argue about going to park your car.
Yeah. So
unload your stuff.
We have people going around the campsite checking on vehicles, because we do kind of want to make sure that people are unloading and moving things out, so we can constantly keep moving people in, and that center area is not getting bogged down with any extra vehicles. This is probably mainly prevalent on Thursday and Friday. Right. But yeah. It
should not take any more than 15-20 minutes to unload your car and get it moved.
So we appreciate everybody's help in making sure we keep that main area vehicle free. Now, here's another popular question that we get asked a lot: is there a handicap section for the event? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very large swath of our parking lot that we have designated as a hammock or as a handicap accessible area. It is the very first row right at camp. So yes, we do have a handicap section as far as parking goes. However, there is not a handicap section for camping inside the camp. The entire facilities at Florida Sands Music Ranch is handicap accessible. It's just a matter of you being able to find your spot that you can access within the campground. Right. All the facilities are handicap and wheelchair accessible. It's just a matter of you providing your own transportation or for terms of mobility throughout the camp.
And the section that will be marked off as handicap in the parking lot, you will need your handicap hanger from your mirror or a permanent tag on your vehicle to be able to park there. So if people are parked there and they do not have that tag or the hanger or the tag to indicate that they are handicapped, we will have the vehicle towed.
And that's something we don't want to do, everybody. But again, we're trying to make this as the best event for everybody as we possibly can. We would hate to lose a site for someone that truly does need that accessible spot for somebody that just wants to be a bud. So
right.
now here's our next question that came about quite a bit last year, and it's kind of a big deal. Can I have a fire at my campsite? 100%. The answer is yes, you may. We encourage. Now we do our big, huge campfire down at our main event pavilion, which we invite everybody to come to. But some people may want kind of their own little, small gathering or get together at their site. 100%. You do that. That's great. However,
let me ask you a question though, AJ. What is the quickest, easiest way to get that privilege pulled from you?
Oh, if you do a fire and then you go on a side quest where you leave your area and you leave that fire completely unattended.
Correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are a very family-oriented event. We are a huge community-oriented. We love each and every person that comes to the event, and safety is a huge priority for us. I don't know about anywhere else in the country, but in Florida, just like the rest of the country, winter is a very dry season for us. And with some of our members coming in from California and experiencing some of the wildfires that's going on over there, it only takes one idiot to set off a forest fire that could end up causing the camp not only up thousands and thousands of dollars examined, but more importantly, it puts our event participants in a safety risk. And that's something that we absolutely do not tolerate. We want you to, have your experience with, a campfire, because I love a campfire when I'm camping, especially if it's cold, which got our fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get at least a couple cold nights while we're there. However, paramount for us is the overall safety of the event. And this will be a no strike rule. If you leave your fire unattended, and there's a possibility, and we do have patrols that we're going through, especially in the primitive area. If that is the case, we will ask you to leave, just because safety truly is paramount for us.
If you have a fire going, you make sure that fire is either 100% out before you leave, or you make sure that somebody that stays behind there at your camp to tend to that fire and make sure it does not spread or get out of hand. If any of our guys go through and they see a fire that is unattended, the fire will be doused out and you will be asked to evacuate and leave the event.
So, but if you like I said, we also do a huge, wonderful, magnificent fire each and every night of HangCon. So just come on down to the main fire. We've got plenty of room that you can spread out and chat in small groups, or you can join the festivities around our large campfire as well.
And real quick, just to cover this as well, no matter where you have the fire at, whether you're in primitive or you're up front or whatever, if you do have a small fire at your camp, it does have to be in one of the fire rings that they have, which is an old wheel, the tire, the wheel ring that they've cut out. It has to be inside of a fire ring.
So yeah, let's help everybody be safe with that. Firewood is available for purchase. The camp host actually has a side gig where he will deliver wood directly to your campsite. You just got to give him a call. If you are thinking about bringing wood for yourself, don't. We don't allow any outside wood to be brought in, even if it's from Florida. It must be purchased there at the event, just because we like to keep those nomadic beetles out of our wood, so it protects our trees, so we can hang from them and we're not having to worry about the beetles spreading and killing our trees. So that's just a law that we have to follow, and good procedure on our parts as well. All right, so our next little thing: do I need to be a hammock hanger to be a part of the event? What do we say to that, Paul?
Nope, but we will try and convert you.
No, yes. Tent campers and ground campers and campers, car campers, you are totally welcome to join us. Now, we will try to convert you and show you all the lovely, magnificent benefits of elevating your camping way of life to being above ground and not on the ground. We're trying to help you here, people. Join the way of the tree dwellers. So
the best way.
The best way. All right. So do I have to be now? Let's talk about our raffle, which is huge, which is magnificent, which is glorious. Do I have to be present at the raffle to win during Saturday night's raffle?
Yes,
you do.
Because you will have your tickets.
We raffle off thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. We have last year between 6 and 8 10-foot tables full with raffle prizes that we are raffling off. And you must be present at the raffle to show us your ticket if your number is called. And if you are not there to verify your ticket number, we'll move on. We'll get rid of your ticket. And if you buy tickets and you can't be there, sorry, we'll probably find a kid or something like that to give your tickets away to kind of spread the love. And we appreciate that when that kind of happens. Sorry for the people that missed out on the chance, but we always like to spread that love to a lot of our newer people as well. So yes, you must be at the raffle to win. Now, key thing, next one, this comes up a lot. Are meals included? Yes, they are. This is one of the benefits of HangCon that is not necessarily provided at a lot of other events that you go to. Breakfast and dinner are provided with your admission. However, lunch is not. Lunch will be available for purchase from Friday to Sunday during the hours of 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that provides us a little bit of extra income. We provide like hamburgers, hot dogs, other random things that chef special throughout the day. And it really helps us kind of offset kind of the cost of food. If you would like to go out and leave camp, you're more than welcome to do that. However, your nearest restaurant is going to be at least 20 minutes one way. So you are losing at least an hour of your time from way to the event and with gas. So you might as well just buy food from us if you haven't already brought your food to cook at your site. So any food, drinks, or snacks that are needed outside of those times, they need to be brought by you. There is potable water available at any of the water spigots around the park and the RV pedestals as well. Now, as far as meals and things goes, we do provide the breakfast and dinner. Now, just like at your house, you may, if you were hosting me, you may cook something that I may not be the biggest fan of. Now, I'm not too picky unless you're cooking yellow squash, and I'm not eating yellow squash. However,
I will cook you yellow squash one day and you won't even know it's cooking. You won't even know you're eating it. I don't think I am.
All right.
It's a lot better than scramble.
I made you eat scramble, so
it's a lot better.
Yellow squash is my Rubicon. I draw the line at yellow squash. But so we do provide meals. I cannot guarantee that I am going to cook something that is on someone's scrumptious list of foods that they absolutely adore for 600-700 plus people. So we do provide food. We cannot cater to every single dietary restrictions. We do our absolute best as we can. However, under the precursors it is a small kitchen. If you have a severe gluten intolerance, then maybe you need to bring some stuff that you know for sure that you can eat. We are looking to this year maybe providing some vegetarian options. However, maybe some of the extreme vegan options, we just can't accommodate that for lots of different people. So overall, if food is provided, if you are a very picky eater, or you know that I might need a little bit more than what it is, bring some snacks, y'all. I encourage you all to bring some snacks. We will have lots of food for everybody, but again, bring some snacks.
Right. It is not an all-you-can-eat buffet.
It is not all-you-can-eat buffet. And again, we are looking at we always strive to provide as much food as we can for the amount of people we have. However, we also detest food waste. So we kind of play that balancing groove there. So we cannot guarantee maybe seconds on some things. And if you come rolling in the last 5 or 10 minutes of breakfast or dinner, we can't maybe guarantee that you're going to get a full big boy breakfast. We will do our best to accommodate you as much as we can. But yeah, so bring some snacks, everybody. All right. So, well, what about snacks and drinks? So HangCon provides breakfast and dinner and meals as part of the event, with lunches being able to purchase. However, any food that you would like between those meals, any snacks or any drinks, we don't provide any drinks with the exception of some coffee for breakfast. So if you want a soda or something for dinner, that would be on you, boo. So please bring maybe some extra snacks, Gatorade. I do a horrible job of hydrating during this event, so don't be me. Bring some extra water. If you don't like drinking water, bring some little Propel packets that you can sprinkle in and make your water taste better. Give you a little Kool-Aid action.
If you do forget sodas or whatever that you don't have for dinner, you can always buy extras during our lunch hours when the kitchen is open.
Right. That's right. You don't have to buy a whole meal for lunch. If you want to make sure you got 5 or 6 extra sodas for the rest of the day, we can hook you up at the lunchtime. So, while we're on the topic of food, are eating utensils and plates provided?
Nope.
No.
You gotta bring your own.
We ask everyone to bring their own mess kits to use for meals. We will have washing stations set up so you can wash your dishes at the washing stations. So we have heard from a lot of people, so I'm going to have at least one person, if not two, kind of on the job of making sure that wash water gets changed out fairly frequently while after meal service is done. We do ask, and we will also be having people make sure that this is not happening as well. Do not wash your utensils in the bathrooms at the camp. It really causes a lot of problems for the camp host, and it looks bad on us as well. We are providing those wash stations. Please wash your dishes either at your camp, water that you've heated up at your camp, or at the wash stations that we have provided. Do not wash your dishes in the bathrooms, in the bathroom sinks. So we appreciate everybody's compliance on that. Again, that just helps make our event run so much smoother. So we can keep Florida Sands Music Ranch really loving us, which they do, but I like to keep it that way.
Right.
Now, while we're on the topic of after food, now this is kind of important, and this is a big deal for me. Are there restrooms at Florida Sands?
Plenty of restrooms.
Plenty of restrooms. Not just restrooms, ladies and gentlemen. There are closed door, lit, air freshened, flushable toilets. No porta johns at Florida Sands Music Ranch.
And no hole in the ground.
No hole in the ground. So we need to make sure that, again, that we keep it that way and that we treat their facilities with the same dignity that we would have with our own facilities at home. Because, again, we want to continue this. We want to continue this wonderful relationship and provide a really great opportunity for us to host the event here. So yes, there's a big bathhouse which has about 6 or so toilets up near the primitive area, and
it's either 6 or 8, I think.
It's either 6 or 8. I can't remember exactly what. There's also restrooms at the pavilion as well. There's a men's, women's, and a handicap one. If I am not held up in the handicap one, because that is secretly my quiet room that I go in to just cry in. But no.
That's mine as well. So you might see us kind of rotating that one out.
You might just see us kind of rolling there. You might hear us screaming. It's fine. Just ignore it. Just walk on. But with that said, are there showers at HangCon? Yes. That is another huge benefit of having it at Florida Sands. There are hot, not just cold. There is hot showers.
Scalding hot.
Now, please make sure that you remember to bring your own soap, shampoo, towel, and washcloth. None of that is provided. Nobody wants to be, and there's no paper towels in the bathroom. It's all like those little hand warmer things. So you can't go around and like dry yourself off with paper towels because for one, that's nasty. No. And 2, it's wasteful. And 3, bring your own towel.
So if you forget any of that and you get in the shower, you might be using a sock to wash with and a dirty shirt to dry off with.
That
Just
sounds
saying.
like gravy.
Yeah.
That sounds like gravy. Yeah. I will say if you do forget something like big, kind of like that, the nearest Walmart is like 30 minutes away. So the more you know. But again, 30 minutes away, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, you're losing at least an hour and a half of your time at HangCon. So
right.
Now, are there power at the sites? Yes. So there are power at all the sites within the main area of camp, especially in the RV pedestals. Now, they are not to be used throughout the event for running things like a portable heater or high demand, energy demand things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking on the word that I'm looking for there. You may use it to run, let's say, a CPAP machine. You may use it to charge your phone, charge a power bank, charge a tablet or something like that. We will also have a charging station at the pavilion as well, by the stage. One of our crew usually brings like a few main power stations that people can plug into to charge their usually cell phones or power bricks. That way you don't have to have them there at your site. But yes, there are power available. However, not for like some high demand power sources.
Right.
So are there adult beverages allowed? 100%. Yes.
Well, I mean, Sugarland Shines is going to be there.
So Sugarland Shine is going to be there. Legacy Liquors and Little Ricky is going to be doing another little
whiskey
showcase
tasting and stuff
as well. However, with the caveat with this being, first and foremost, we are a family-oriented event. We do allow adult beverages for those people that can act like adults. And that ability becomes forfeit if for any reason that we feel that you are making either us or anybody else at the campground uncomfortable. We will ask you, like, hey, I think your night's done. You need to go hang it up at your site. Or if it gets too bad, we will politely ask you to leave. We do not have uniformed law enforcement on site. However, just assume that we have law enforcement on site because we kind of do. They're just not wearing uniforms.
Yes.
So now this is another big popular question that we get, and I actually love answering this question. Are pets allowed? 100%. Yes, we have seen a huge gamut of pets being brought to HangCon, including a pet raccoon, which was precious, and also a pet possum as well. So yes, you can bring your fur baby as long as they are kept on a leash. That is very important.
6 foot or shorter leash.
6 foot or shorter. Your pet must be on a leash, or in some cases, wearing them at all times. Free range pets you'll be warmed, and if it becomes a constant issue, you will be asked to leave because, again, safety is paramount, and we don't know your pets. Other people don't know your pets, and we want to make sure that just everybody is on the same page, and any pet must be kept on a leash of 6 foot or less at all times. This is not a strictly HangCon policy. This is a policy of Florida Sands Music Ranch as well. Also,
that's really a policy pretty much in Florida. If you're out in public and you have a pet with you, it's supposed to be leashed on a 6 foot or shorter leash.
Good to know. Good to know. Also, do not allow your pets to mark their territory on any other member's property. We fully expect you to clean up after your pet as well. There's nothing more miserable than walking up to say hi to someone that you know and stepping in a nice, warm, soggy, moist pile of dog poo. Make sure that you have your own baggies on hand to pick up those little droppings. and you can place it in one of the many garbage cans that are around camp.
And make sure it's a garbage can and not a recycle can.
Yeah, there's that. No one wants recycled poop.
The recycle cans are just screen cages on the trees. Garbage cans are garbage cans.
All right, so we got a couple more here. If you are flying into HangCon, what are some of the best airports to use? Now, we include 3 on our website. I would really strongly suggest the first 2. If you are flying into HangCon, your best options for airports, number 1 would be Tampa International Airport. That's probably the easiest and quickest way to get to HangCon. The second one would be St. Pete Clearwater Airport if you're flying in from a smaller airport. I know there's a lot of really cheaper, budget-friendly airlines that fly into St. Pete as well. That's the airport that I flew out of when I went to Michigan. If you don't have either of those options, Orlando International is your next best bet. I say that with kind of bated breath because St. Pete Clearwater is probably an hour and a half away. Tampa International is probably a solid 45 minutes. Actually, I would say St. Pete Clearwater is probably an hour. Tampa International is probably 45 minutes to an hour. However, Orlando, on a good day, you're looking at an hour and a half, probably 2 hours, realistically, if not more, depending on
if
traffic.
not more. Traffic, I don't know, last time you've been over this way, AJ, but traffic has just gotten stupid.
Yeah.
Really, really, really stupid.
So, yes, there are 3 options. I would strongly consider either Tampa International or St. Pete Clearwater as your destination to fly into.
The ones over on the West Coast.
Yes. All right. And finally, are there enough trees for people to hang from? Now, we get this question asked a lot because they hear like, 600 people. Is there going to be enough trees? Between the main camping area and the primitive area, there's usually plenty of trees to go around. However, if you own a stand, it would be advised to bring it as a backup just in case if you want to make sure that you are in the main area or you want to make sure that you can camp with certain people or certain groups. I say this with a caveat also. Last year, Hurricane Helene came in and took out probably between 20 and 30 trees in the main camping area. Now, that still is a lot of trees in the main camping area, but we did lose some options for trees as well. If you do bring a stand to set up, please make sure that it's a stand that you do not set up between 2 trees. So if you bring a stand, don't set it up between 2 trees that people could use because, we need to make sure that we're opening up as many of those hanging options as we can. We need to make sure that 600 plus, we're looking at probably 700 people this year can join us, and we want to make sure that we can accommodate as many people as possible. If you do set up a tent or a stand between trees that we could use for hanging, you will be asked to relocate. Not a huge distance away, but we want to open up those options as best we can. And hopefully that answers most people's questions about HangCon 2026. We have not just the community that we have coming. We also have plenty of classes that we will be listing a schedule. We will have a schedule coming out closer to the end of the year that will provide a lot of information as far as talks, as far as classes. We've added a few more classes to the mix. We've had a few more additional classes that maybe have filled up in past years. So more people will have the ability to do a lot more of the classes. Some of the classes can be smaller. We'll also be offering some popular talks that were done in previous years. I'm sure everybody could sit and listen to Shug talk countlessly. I know I could as well. And we've got some new speakers coming in as well. And we're changing up our food situation here a little bit. So we'll be trying some new recipes this year for 2 of the meals at the very least. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Paul. I know it's a huge event, and that may be intimidating for a lot of people, but we do try to provide a small hang feel. There's just a lot of people that are there.
Yeah. I look forward to it starting January, right after HangCon ends. I'm already looking forward to the next season of it.
Probably because we start getting emails about it the day after it ends. But
yeah, usually.
There's that.
Usually.
But no, we are thrilled, and we are really excited to see all of old friends. We're excited to see new friends. I'm loving seeing people at some of these other events. It's like, hey, I know you from HangCon. Hey, I'm coming. And I'm seeing the excitement from other people that have said, hey, I've already got my tickets. I'm really excited about coming. So we can't wait, guys. Yeah. We can't wait.
Yep.
So that is going to wrap it up for this week's
No, it's
episode.
not.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, my goodness.
We got 2 announcements that you're totally forgetting about.
We have two
announcements.
Major announcements.
What is wrong with you? I feel like I'm... never mind.
It's been so long.
People will see it. The whole you saying it's wrapped up and me saying, no, we got more. And no, it's not about the go ahead.
Okay. So okay. So we've been listening to our community for the last couple of years, and we have watched HangCon grow as much as we can, and we would love, and we expanded into Denmark 2 years ago, and I am thrilled. I am excited, and I'm ecstatic to announce that in 2026 we will have HangCon West in Southern California, and those dates for that will be when, Paul?
I know, Father's Day weekend.
It will be Father's Day weekend.
You have the dates.
In Bernardino National Forest. We have reserved the Camp Oso and Lobo group campsites for that event, and we are doing this with a partnership with SoCal State Hangers. Adam out there has been wonderful helping us get this off the ground, and we are crazy excited about this event. There was be a little bit difference in this event and HangCon in Florida. For one, we are capping attendance off at 150 people. The reason for that being is the parking situation there is not super great, and we want to make sure that we can fit as many cars as we can there, as well as like our vendors and things as well. So HangCon West will be on June 11th through 14th at the Oso and Lobo group camping sites in the San Bernardino National Forest. So be on the lookout for information as far as registration goes for HangCon West coming to you in June 2026. So I'm excited.
I'll get all that set up here shortly, since the episode is now aired.
We also have a really cool promo video that we're going to be putting out as well.
Look for that as well.
Again,
on social media.
Adam for helping us with that as well.
Yes,
that was a lot of fun.
That's what I was saying. That's what the promo video. Whenever you said that about wraps it up, I'm like, no, it don't. We still got to talk about one more thing, the HangCon jet. So, but so yeah, I go ahead and get all that set up and get it on our website so people can start registering for that as well. And then our second announcement, we talked about it earlier, AJ. Black Friday.
I'm gonna let you. We
Black
are going
Friday.
Black Friday. All right. So we are going to be having a Black Friday sale for HangCon.
We will let y'all know what that is closer
we'll
it
let
gets.
you know on the details here coming up. So please, if you are not already subscribed to our Facebook or Instagram, please head over there for all the information that we're going to be releasing about not just HangCon West, not just HangCon or HangCon Europe, but we are also going to be releasing some super cool stuff as far as Black Friday goes. So be on the lookout for that super secret Black Friday sale as well. So, but yeah.
You can always
without further ado, does that wrap it up, Paul?
Yeah, just the social media. Subscribe to the social media and or the mailing list on our website. So I'll be sending out a mass email as well, like a newsletter type thing for some of that stuff. But social media, I think, would be one of the more
active.
Bugs. Yeah.
So if we are glad to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we are back and we are ready to roll with episode 101. It's crazy to think that we've been going on this for so long, but if you haven't already, if you would just leave us a like and review of the Hammock Hangers episode or Hammock Hangers podcast, we would thoroughly appreciate. That helps feed the algorithm. That helps bring more and more people to hear our great podcast and hear about events like HangCon and all of the crazy, wonderful events that we also have partnering with as well. And we're excited to be back, and we're excited to see each and every single one of you at HangCon. And so, until next time, everybody, happy hanging, everybody.
As we gently sway out of another Hammock Field episode, we want to thank you, our wonderful listeners, for hanging out with us on the Hammock Hangers Podcast. We hope that you have found relaxation, inspiration, and a renewed sense of connection to nature through our discussions. Remember to keep that hammock spirit alive in your daily life, whether it's by taking a few moments to unwind in your own backyard oasis or by planning your next hammock adventure in the great outdoors. Embracing the tranquility, embracing the simplicity, and never forget the joy that comes from simply hanging around. Before we part ways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all things hammock related. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for the Hammock Hangers Podcast. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to hang with you again on our next episode. Until then, stay relaxed, stay adventurous, and keep on hanging those hammocks high. From all of us here at the Hammock Hangers Podcast, we wish you peaceful hangs and endless relaxation. Thank you for tuning in. Happy hanging, everyone.